What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the Seez Monroe Show. I am your host, and today we have a lot of things to talk about. We got to talk about the presidential debate. We have to talk about Canelo versus Berlanga. We have to talk about Kendrick at the Super Bowl. We have a lot of things to discuss today, and we're going to discuss them right now, right here, only on the Seez Monroe Show. Now let's kick it off with the Super Bowl. And I did that on purpose, guys. Yes, the pun was intended. So the Super Bowl has just announced that Kendrick Lamar will be performing. He will be the main artist to perform on the Super Bowl. And a lot of people were upset about it, namely New Orleans artists and Birdman and anyone from New Orleans that ever sang a hook. Like, they've just been upset about the situation. Now, this is big business, so of course, these guys don't know who to blame. They're blaming Jay-Z at this very moment. Reason being, Jay-Z has a deal. Well, Roc Nation has a deal with the NFL. So right now, Jay-Z is the main guy for Roc Nation. That's who we know. So that's who they're aiming at, right? I think it's bigger than that, guys. We have to understand something. Like, Kendrick just came off one of the biggest years, 2024. And this is the 2025 Super Bowl performance. So 2024, just think about it. The diss records that started in like February and just continued through the summer. Like, we just got it out of the summer, and Not Like Us is still like the #1 song out there right now. It's just nuts. So in what instance would the Super Bowl say, hey, we need Lil Wayne to perform? Now, don't get me wrong. I love Lil Wayne. Let me not say little, because it's not little, it's Lil Wayne. I love Lil Wayne. The problem is here, it is 2024, guys. We do not want to hear Lollipop at the Super Bowl. It's just not, it's not what we on right now. We have to bring more eyes to the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl felt that bringing Kendrick Lamar would be the perfect person to bring, especially off the year that he's had, to the Super Bowl. Plain and simple. I don't know why people are making this so difficult. And really, I feel like a lot of people that's speaking out about it is messing it up for Lil Wayne. The reason being, I feel like Kendrick Lamar would have brought Lil Wayne out to perform. They have a couple songs together, so it would have worked out. They probably wouldn't perform those songs because it just doesn't hit right for a Super Bowl performance. But you would have had him there. Plain and simple. This is going to be a problem now that Nicki Minaj is speaking out about the situation. Birdman is speaking out about the situation. I'm not going to say Hurricane Chris is an issue, because he's just having a problem with everyone that's coming into New Orleans or Louisiana and is just so-called not respecting the Louisiana culture as far as the hip-hop scene out there, and not breaking bread with none of those hip-hop artists. They need to be mad at themselves, because they had those opportunities and they didn't capitalize on them. It is what it is at this point. You have 50 coming down there, making major moves with G-Unit Films, and now you have Kendrick Lamar coming to perform at the Super Bowl. You guys need to start stepping your game up and being those, as aggressive as you're being online, you need to be just as aggressive with your music, your content, and putting on for your city. Again, when it comes to Birdman, when it comes to Master P, when it comes to those guys putting on for New Orleans, I feel like no one can say that they haven't did those things, and they've done a phenomenal job. But again, those are decades ago. Now it's something new. And right now they just don't have the momentum, unfortunately. So it's time to just move on, man. Don't get mad at them. Stop speaking out about it, because you could be messing up a Lil Wayne situation right now. So that's all I have to say about that. Tell me what you think about that, guys. Go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Let's get into our next topic, shall we? Now, our next topic is going to be the presidential debate. Now, the world is very emotional right now. I'm not going to say the world. I'm going to bring it back to us, because it's about us, the U.S. America is very emotional right now, especially when it comes to these two candidates. And let me explain something to you guys. This debate was not for the Democrat or the Republican. This debate was for the independents like myself. They're trying to convince us who to side with at this point. And I pretty much decide where the pendulum swings. So that's where this is going right now. And I feel like the questions that were asked during the presidential debate just weren't very they were very indecisive questions. Like, they didn't really prove a point. These are talking points from Twitter. I keep calling it Twitter, from X, from Facebook, that we already have discussed a million times over. Ask them what we're going to do moving forward. Like, these questions just aren't being asked for this situation at all. Of course, we're talking about the economy. We brought those things up a million times. What are we going to change about it? Don't just tell me, hey, we're going to make some changes here and there. Don't tell me about a $50,000 tax credit. And just for people to know, like, when Kamala spoke on the $50,000 tax credit for small businesses, I believe you have to make like $250,000 to benefit from that $50,000 tax credit. Now, I don't know a lot of small businesses out there. I'm talking mom and pop shops that make $250,000 a year, and that 50 grand is going to benefit them. That's what people aren't understanding. That's how I know people are very emotional right now. They don't want to really have these important conversations. And as far as the Trump thing, when it came to abortions, I just felt like he fell off the face of the earth. He just couldn't reach for a right answer. It was just a bad situation for him. And I feel like they had him where they wanted him, because that's where he stumbled a lot from that point on. So right now, this is what we have to deal with, guys. These are our candidates. I want you guys to go out there and vote, and I want you guys to actually do research on these candidates, actually educate yourself about them. Another fun thing that I just seen, Kev on Stage just posted, a lot of people that were on IG kind of came at Caitlin Clark for liking Taylor Swift's post. And I'm not going to lie, I liked it. The reason is because I remember a few years back when they were telling LeBron to shut up and dribble, and I like that the ignorance is very even on both sides. Like, it's not just racism. Like, these guys are really sick. So I enjoyed that. I'm not going to lie to you here. I enjoyed the little Caitlin Clark hate. I love Caitlin Clark. But again, everybody has to get scolded every now and again. And I just felt like that was needed. All right. And that's a win. I'm still rocking with Caitlin. Indiana go. Of course, y'all not messing with Chicago Sky, so it is what it is, all right? Let's get into our third topic of the day, shall we? So our third topic is going to be my favorite topic, boxing. Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga this Saturday. I can't wait to see it. Honestly, guys, this is kind of epic in a way, not in the way of we're worried about Canelo losing in this situation, but in all honesty, you have to think about it like Canelo is where Mayweather was when they fought. So everybody's trying to knock Canelo off the throne right now. Like, he's the king of the throne. They're trying to knock him off. Edgar Berlanga, because he's 6'1", because he's a more aggressive fighter. I'm not talking about the wins, guys. I hate when people bring up the fact that they're undefeated. That doesn't matter in boxing, guys. It's not about not being beat. It's about how you come back from the beating, if you have been beat. So this is something that we're going to be watching for. Like Canelo Alvarez, I believe he's 5'10". Berlanga is 6'1". He has the reach on him. It's so much that can happen here. Berlanga is younger, like he's hungrier, like you can see that dog there. So if he can defeat Canelo this Saturday, this will be a world win for this kid. And I honestly feel that a lot of people aren't paying attention to it because Canelo's not fighting the bigger names that people want him to fight. Of course, we want to see Canelo and Crawford. That could be an epic fight. I just feel that right now is not going to be the time for Canelo to fight Crawford. Why? It's because I feel that Canelo actually feels that Crawford has a chance to defeat him. So if in any world you feel that someone can defeat you and he's a smaller guy, like it's just a lose-lose situation for you. Because if you win, they're going to just say you were supposed to win. You were heavier. Crawford came up to fight you. And if you lose, it's like, hey, you lost to somebody that came up 20 pounds, 3-4 fight classes just to fight you. It is going to be crazy. So I can't wait to see that. And another thing I wanted to get into as far as boxing is these undercards. The problem with these fights, we're trying to create $150 million fights, $200 million fights with bare knuckle undercards. Like there's nothing there really. Like I remember those Mayweather fights where you had Gervonta Davis on the undercard, where you had Spence on the undercard. Like those are the guys that were on the undercard that they're now starting to get their shine. The problem is now is everybody's going into their own promotional countries, going into their own promotional agencies, and they're trying to do everything on their own. And I feel like it's messing up boxing a lot. So I want us to get back to square one where we had, let's throw 5 out there. Okay. We have Mayweather Promotions. We have Golden Boy Promotions. If Canelo now, we have Canelo Promotions. So let's get 1 or 2 more in there, and then we fight under those guys, because right now it's just everybody's trying to be a boss and it's messing up the game for everyone. The fights aren't the same. The money isn't the same, and they're getting upset about it right now. A lot of Saudi Turkey from Saudi, he's actually buying these fights and putting on these fights for everyone to see. My fear is those fights are going to go over there. And again, me being Muslim, I love the fact that Saudi is stepping in to help. But me being American, I feel like we need to keep that sport here as far as the money here. Let's make it happen here. Stop giving stop exporting all of our great fighters, our great just our sports in general. Like right now, we're just in a bad time, and we can't afford to lose another like major anything right now. Like we're just at odds with a lot right now. So again, I don't want to get emotional about the situation. I just wanted to say that Canelo Berlanga this Saturday. Who are you thinking is going to take the throne this Saturday? Do you think Canelo defeats Berlanga easily, or do you think that Berlanga has a chance to fight in this fight? Me personally, I see Canelo winning, but I don't think it's going to be an easy feat. Not as easy, okay? It's going to be easy for Canelo, but I think there's going to be some rough times in there. So we're going to see, guys. I'll see you guys this Saturday. I can't wait to watch it with all of you. Yeah, man, I'll be back for Movie Talk Monday, so I probably won't see you Saturday because I'll be watching the fight with the peoples. So I'll see you guys Monday for Movie Talk Mondays. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I see you this Monday. Peace.